Summer is right around the corner, and I don't know about you. I am looking for summer fun, and that summer fun can require some summer funds. Do you see what I did there? This spring and summer, we want skimpy wireless bills, yes, and fat wallets. And with premium wireless plans for just $15 a month, you can have both without breaking a sweat or the bank. Yes, I am talking about Mint Mobile. And if you are truly looking for a way to cut back on your bills, you should check them out because the savings can be huge. And all of the plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, right? It's all the same good stuff. It's just not ballooned prices that add up so much. So ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get your summer savings and shop premium wireless plans at mintmobile.com/Alison. That's mintmobile.com/Alison. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 month, 5 GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Join us on a journey, you glorious human, to see yourself clearly and feel a little more awesome than you did before. It's Awesome with Alison. Hello, lovers. Hello. Welcome to the Alison Show. I'm Alison, and I'm tragically excited that you are here. Ooh, my little showy showers, my lovers, my friends in pod. If this is your first time tuning in, you hit the jackpot because I am obsessed with meeting you where you are and helping you see how glorious and powerful you are in the way that it presents in you, and then helping you get that glorious creativity and just your ideas and your magic out from inside of you and out. That's it. That's all. I mean, it's simple. But it's fun. It's going to feel good. You're going to change yourself. You're going to change the world. And it won't even be hard. Wow. What a promise. Let's do it. As you may or may not know, I am on a campaign. Grab your cape, grab your wand. This is not a tabletop campaign. This is a campaign for magic. And last week on the podcast, I did You Need More Magic as kind of to get your whistle wet, to get you interested, to get you excited. When I was talking about you need more magic, I defined what I mean by magic. I talked about why you need it, and then I gave 3 concrete ways to bring some of those ideas of bringing more magic into your life. And simply by magic, I mean this. It's a shift. It's a shift in your mind, a shift in your mindset, where something that was not possible before is now possible. If you're talking brain science, anything that the left rational linear side of the brain can't explain, we deem as magic. And so things like intuition or even creativity or being really in tune with nature and being able to anticipate the needs of others can look like what we refer to typically as magic. It's why women were burned as witches, because one of many reasons, but they have this intuition, this power, because it's a feminine aspect. But just like the world is harmed when we take care of one aspect and ignore another, our psyches, ourselves, are greatly at harm when we pour all of our energy into one side of thinking, which is that way the world is set up. And if not now, when do we need magic? If not now, When do we need to be able to see things we thought weren't possible and make them possible? Like, truly, when? I'm confused. I'm confused if we think what's happening right now is working. I talk to people all day, every day. And this idea that you are a cog in a machine and the only value you have is to create more value isn't working. So we need more magic. We need more creation, and we need less anxiety. Why do we need more magic? To review from last week, anxiety is contagious. Now, I'm not talking about your hormones. I'm not talking about your brain chemicals. I'm talking about that anxious energy that you carry in your body from fear, misplaced fear, and that we let affect our interactions. And it seeps into the world. And you know, if you're in a room with one very anxious person, you start to feel it, right? We are affecting not only the planet, but each other. And if for no other reason than it affects the people around you, I hope you take care of yourself. However, I hope you do it frickin' just for you because you deserve it. Number 2, as I said, it's not working. A lot of dis-ease. The body doesn't lie. The body will not lie to you. The body cannot lie to you. Your body is not trying to trick you. Your mind is trying to trick you. Your mind is trying to lie to you, right? We've got to get into our body, into like a whole part of our cells and organism to connect to the right side of that abstract, creative, nonlinear thinking so we can start working on all this dis-ease or disease. And number 3, it's fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. So those were the reasons why I'm saying we all could use more magic. And this episode is for you, the principles of magic for everyday living. If you're still feeling curious, confused, or intrigued by this concept of why does Alison keep talking about magic? Alison keeps talking about the brain, right? This episode is for you. If anxiety is really taking its toll on you right now, you've hit a really good episode because I'm going to give you some really powerful tools. And this is coming from somebody who's lived with nearly debilitating anxiety my entire life. You've hit the right episode if you just want things to be different. I don't care what you want to be different. I mean, I care because I care for you, but it doesn't matter what you want to be different. These principles are universal. This is the approach that has worked for me. This is the approach that I've cobbled together over the last, actively 5 years and then over the entire course of my career. I'm not claiming any other qualification other than this is how I see it. I've been paying attention. I've been talking. Let's go. Principles of magic for everyday living. So why I called it principles of magic for everyday living is because I want to share with you what I have noticed about the idea of shifting something from seeming impossible to possible. That is what I'm calling magic. And I want to share with you over the next 5 weeks, 5 different principles that you can use in your life to find more magic, to find more curiosity, more creation, less anxiety. Now, but let's not get it twisted, right? All of those things are still going to exist, but you're going to be able to navigate them with so much confidence. And I don't know about you, but for me, knowing that I can navigate something difficult helps me move through the world with so much more ease. When I walk around thinking I can't handle that, if that happens, I'll die. If that happens, this will be over. If that happens, everything will end, did not serve me. It did not serve anybody around me. And so in being able to move through the world in this state of, yeah, I might be confused. I might get it wrong. I'm sure I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've got the tools to navigate that. I'll be okay. It might be hard and it might hurt, but I'll be okay. That right there is magic.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
I've never actually felt the spring cleaning bug quite like I'm feeling it this year. And it's like one of those deep dives where I start to see dust one place or on a shelf, and then it's like I go ham. And I have been pulling my Air Doctor, which is an award-winning air purifier that eliminates 99.99% of dangerous contaminants. I've been pulling that. It's about the size of like an overhead suitcase into the rooms where I'm doing my like manic spring cleaning because dust is flying everywhere and there's cats and dogs. And the Air Doctor honestly has made such a big difference. I can tell a huge change when I bring it into a room and let it do its thing. So you're going to breathe easy knowing that 99.99% of dangerous contaminants like allergens, viruses, smoke, gases, mold spores, and more are taken care of. Air Doctor was voted the best air purifier by Newsweek. So it's no surprise that 98% of Air Doctor customers agree their home's air feels cleaner, safer, and healthier. And unlike other air purifiers, it captures invisible particles. Head to airdoctorpro.com and use promo code AWESOME to get up to $300 off today. Air Doctor comes with 30-day money-back guarantee plus a 3-year warranty. An $84 value free. But it's exclusive and podcast only, so you want to get this offer. And you know what, guys? This supports the podcast. Like, this is the actual, like, one of the very top ways you can support the podcast is by supporting the sponsors. And you get this exclusive offer at airdoctorpro.com, airdoctorpro.com using promo code AWESOME. And so, principles of magic for everyday living. I want to jump right in. Magic is a mindset shift. Mindset shift, because it is your mindset that you can always shift. Now, that sounds mean and untrue if your body, your nervous system, believes you're being chased by an actual bear, right? And that is so often what happens when we feel fear. The body doesn't know if it's real or not. Like I said, your body is not going to lie to you. Your body's going to do its job. Your body recognizes truth. And when we hold lies in the body, when we deny ourselves a feeling, a piece of ourself, understanding, a memory, when we try to deny aspects of the whole picture, the body does not like that. And then we might start clenching our stomach. We might start clenching our shoulders. So we need more magic. A principle of magic is that it's a shift. It's a mindset shift. It is fluid. And it is what I like to call that good reality. It's that good reality. It's the reality where we know that things are not okay, but I'm okay. That's crazy, right? Like, that's magic. Being able to step into that mindset shift that all of these resources, all of these things might go away, but I'm okay. And so magic is that mindset shift. And remember, I have a whole series coming up where we're really going to dive into things, really get into more nitty gritty. I'm covering basically a lot of the same topics I covered last week, but just in a different perspective. My goal is to put it in a way that you can latch onto. That's it. I believe in these principles so much. I have used them. I have coached with them. I have for years now been passing them on to people I work with one-on-one. So if you're here right now, this is for you. And this is for you because things are one way and feel one way. And you may or may not be able to physically change them. But what you can always play with is your mindset. And that is magic. And mindset is such a powerful tool. So magic is that mindset shift. And the principles of magic also invite us to observe rather than judge. When you can observe yourself without judgment, the game will change. One more time for my friends in the back. When you can observe yourself without judgment, the game changes. The game changes. The whole game of life changes for you. Because you can see yourself making mistakes. You can see yourself not acting in a way that you like. And you can hold that observation without needing to judge it and cast it aside because you're in that space of curiosity. When you're in the place of judgment, it's because you don't feel safe. Judging is about keeping us safe. Oh, that looks harmful. That looks hot. That looks different than me. Different than me might be scary, right? That's judgment. It's all part of you. It's a good thing, right? It's in there. But you are past that, right? You're not a caveman. The fire isn't actively burning you. We can observe our human experience without being consumed by it all the time. And that is the place of power, because when we are consumed by it, we can't see straight. And so when we are consumed by judging ourselves and judging our actions and judging the actions of other people, rather than simply being able to observe them and just go, that's interesting. That's a choice, right? When we sit in the seat of judgment, we separate ourselves from others and we separate pieces of ourself away from us. And that's how we create exiles. That's how we create the shadow. And that's all part of the process. But in order to feel peace, in order to feel whole, in order to replace anxiety with creativity and curiosity, we do have to be able to not react so strongly that we feel like what we're doing is impossible. And we react when we are in danger or fear, and that danger or fear comes from the judgment. Did we follow that train of thought? So if I see someone and I don't feel safe with that person, I'm not saying override your intuition. What I'm saying is if I see someone and I go, oh, they're wearing that brand of shoes. Everyone who wears that brand of shoes thinks that. I don't get to learn anything about the person. I don't get to learn anything about myself. I do there. It's that I have a lot of feelings about that brand of shoes, whatever it might be, right? So the observation versus judgment is when you observe, you are leaving things open to more information. And when you leave things open to more information, you can be more creative. Your intuition can present itself stronger to you than what might seem logical. And so then we get new ideas, new solutions. The problem isn't that you don't have what you need. The problem is you don't know how to access what you need. I'm going to say that again. It's not that you don't have it. It's not that you don't possess it. Whatever you need, we just need to get you access to it. It's possible. If it's not possible, you don't need it. That's just the way it works. But you can think about that and see if it's true or not, right? And so magic in our everyday life, it's going to help us stay in the seat of the observer, which is the best seat, right? It's like the most fun. And the principles of magic for everyday living are going to invite you, me, and everyone in your orbit out of anxiety and into creation. If you are not traditionally creative in the way that when we think of creativity, you're like, that's not me, I beg and plead with my whole heart that you will hold on for one more day, that you will hang on in this series, and that you can start to challenge that belief about yourself that you're not creative. Because honestly, to me, Gospel of Alison, it is absurd when people say I'm not creative. I truly find it absurd. I've always been what people deem traditionally creative. And so people then have my entire life, even as a little kid, praised me for being creative and then told me how they're not creative and why they're not creative. And so I know firsthand. And I've been very passionate about creativity. I remember in high school reading a book called Orbiting the Giant Hairball by the creator of Hallmark Cards, and being just obsessed that as children get older and older, they stop believing that they're artists. They stop believing they're creative. And when I was in Fiona's third grade class, I asked, how many of you think you're artists? And almost the whole class raised their hand. And I said, you know what's crazy? As we go up in grade levels, there will be fewer and fewer children who believe they are creative or an artist. And that happens because we have put creativity on this pedestal. Why have we put it on a pedestal? Because we don't really understand it. And why don't we really understand it? Because we're so obsessed with everything on the left side of the brain, the linear, the verbal, the facts, the stats. And we created an entire world, an echo chamber that divorces us from a whole aspect of ourselves, which is the feminine, which is that creativity, intuition, creation, abstract, where the magic happens. And it's not that masculine bad, feminine good, meh. No, it's that men suffer, women suffer, everyone suffers when we divide ourselves and deny aspects of our human existence and experience. Next week, I have the honor, the pleasure of talking to somebody that I have met recently, read her book, and she is saying everything that I think the world needs to hear. Amy McNee, we need your art. I'm talking to her, and we're going to have her for the next week's episode as we introduce the principles of magic for everyday living. I want to leave you today with a practice. It doesn't matter if you're driving. It doesn't matter if you're alone or not. You can do this practice. So no stress. It's not going to bring up a bunch of feelings. What it's actually going to do is invite you into an open, connected focus. And the reason I'm doing this is because I hope that if you take the time to listen to this podcast episode, if you take the time to watch with my poster boards on YouTube, however you come to this, I truly hope that it serves you in this moment right now. Not that it's going to fix everything, not that it's going to change it forever, but if we could make a little bit of magic together right now, every time you listen, I believe that's going to make a difference. I hope it makes a difference in your life. I know it's made a difference in my life. So I'm going to invite us into this open focus practice. And I want you to, if you need to keep your eyes open, keep them open. If you can, close your eyes and visualize the space between your eyes. Now I want you to visualize the space between the top of your head and the tip of your nose. Like, how many inches is that? Well, how do I visualize it? Is it a straight line? Is it a curved line, right? I don't know. Do whatever you want. Then I want you to visualize the distance, the space between the center of your eyes and your chin. This type of abstract thinking where I'm not using any sort of specific measurements and I'm asking you to envision a spatial reality. When I do it, I feel my nervous system calm. And in studies where people do this open focus practice, people who repeatedly do it, and you can search it online, find like a version, they feel more connected, not only to themselves, but to nature, the planet, and other people at large. And I was talking to my beautiful sister-in-law, Courtney, who is a practitioner of so many healing modalities, as well as one of the best massage therapists you will ever find. And she was telling me that her new practice has been like a soft focus on her morning walks, and that she'll look at a leaf and just like a soft focus. And the way that I interpret that is sometimes I look at leaves when I'm on my walks and I think about, if I was going to draw this leaf, what are the outer edges like? Which direction are the veins going? And a soft focus version of that to me would be, what an interesting shape. It's taking up space. There's a texture. And she was telling me how it's been so beautiful that from that space, that soft focus, or what I'm calling like an open focus space, she's like, my gratitude feels more sincere. Like I feel compelled to tears with the beauty of everything. And it was like this really cool, like evidence, or, you know, evidential experience, blah, blah, blah. Right? Like it was this really cool lived example to me, because I can feel the shift in her, and I love being around her. I've got a retreat I'm planning. I've got a retreat. I'm planning a retreat. I'm planning a retreat. I'm so excited. I have wanted to do this for so many years, and I didn't have the capacity. I also think I didn't maybe have the skill set yet, because I've spent the last 3 years doing one-on-one coaching, and I really never spent like dedicated time on that. I did more group and workshops. And so this retreat is bringing in all of the skills, the creativity, and my sister-in-law, Courtney, is a part of the retreat. And I'm so excited for us to not just talk about these ideas, but then talk about them and then like go out on this gorgeous farm in Paradise, Utah, on this stunning land, and practice it together, and then come together and have fun and eat yummy food. And so there's 30 spots. I haven't written the sales page. I don't have anything other than it's October 1st to the 5th. And if you are interested, I have been asking people to send an email to heygirl@thealisonshow.com, just with like retreat interest, so that when we start putting things together, you can be the first people that we tell about it. So if you feel pulled, the entire purpose of the retreat is to move us into these spaces I'm talking about, the spaces of possibility, an open mindset, less anxiety, more creation, because I believe in that space, you're going to be able to do whatever it is you want to do, create the exact life you want to create. And so I'm so excited for the upcoming series, Principles of Magic for Everyday Living. Will you do me this? Will you share this episode or last week's episode or any upcoming episodes that have served you? It helps so much. I also love reviews. I got a new review, and I'm going to read that new review because it meant so much to me. Carrie D. Kerr, I want you to shoot an email to heygirl@thealisonshow.com with your address, because baby doll, I got a bracelet to send you. I got a bracelet with your name on it. So shoot us an address, and if you want a handmade bracelet from little old me, maybe you could hop on and leave a review. Here's Carrie's. Okay. Dang it. This is when I need Eric, because I can't read these without crying. Yes, I can. Okay. Thank you. You have altered my existence on this earth in profound, soul-reaching, depth-healing ways. I am more confident in who I am because of your podcast, your content, your social media, your parties, and events. You absolutely shine, and it's an honor to have been touched by your authentic, stunning, incredible voice and soul. Keep it up, Queen. You're lighting up this world. I might be biased, but I think that was pretty nice. Carrie, you expressing gratitude and appreciation in that way is lighting up my world. And I'm positive everybody's life that you touch. So thank you for that review. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring. Thank you for choosing you. Thank you for choosing to love you, to stay here, to keep trying, even if you feel like crap, even if you feel hopeless. I feel it. I get it. I've been there. And I want to remind you that we need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. And it won't always feel this impossible if that's how it feels right now. So let's dive into these principles of magic for everyday living so our everyday lives can be a little more fun, a little more magical, and less anxiety ridden. Can I get a yes if that sounds like a good plan? Yes! I want to remind you that only you can be you, and we need you. We need every part of you. Love you, lover.